Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle, and here we go. Well, there was a time when broken metatarsals became an integral part of the story surrounding England's bid to conquer the world, and this man suffered that fate back in 2002, and it was a major national trauma at the time.
It was, but such was the presence and influence of David Beckham because of what he did in qualifying for the tournament too, Peter. Captain, talisman, and I'm sure the whole country breathed a sigh of relief when he made the squad.
Without him, he wouldn't have had that dramatic Argentina game.
Yeah, and I guess it was appropriate that it was he who led England through to the knockout stages too.
And that is a little undercooked. And it's Beckham. Neymar. Now it's pushed, takes a shot! And that is wildly off target.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Now it's Torres. Now it's Forlan. And here's Messi. Madrid still without a single shot on target. Guardiola takes control of it and he's on the move. Fernando Torres showing good feet. Scholes has cut it out. Shot a goal! It's in for the pieces! There it is! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
So we have the first goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Messi, Beckham, Triol, can he get it through? Spread neatly. Nice bit of trickery. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And this is Forlan. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And it's Neymar. And that has not gone well. Brazil upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting.
And the shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Beckham really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Forlan.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Great ball, and he's in here. Triol did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Neymar. Neymar going full tilt down the left. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Played out to the right. He's picked his way through. Skims one in. And he's heaved it away. And the first half is done. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Madrid have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Hakimi. And he's worked it through. Neuer gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Caceres. And it's Guardiola. Driving on and making good progress. No outsmarting him this time. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Puskas made a good run there. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
And he whips it in. And that has been clubbed away. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Played down the flank. Oh, Red, nice interception.
Brazil really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
That's a throw. Backward it goes. Not much subtlety about that challenge.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
There's a sharp little ball here, and he's picked it up out wide. Played in, punched away. And he's only too happy to take that back. It's goals!
Scholes made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
Diego Forlan. Coming on to replace him is number 13, Fernando Torres.
It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Davis.
Oh, really well played.
He's well positioned here.
There will be 1 minute added time.
So just 1 extra minute for stoppages. Very nicely done. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick.
Look, Peter, what they need now are cool heads and discipline, and instead it looks like they've got a liability in their side.
Number 23.
I think we've got just about enough time for this free kick.
Well, it's quite simple. They have the best man for the job on it.
Neymar!
Oh, well done for him to take the shot on. He did at least hit the target.
So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, a player that's very much moulded in the role of the traditional Spanish number 5 is Rodri. He certainly has the sort of physique that would allow him to do the job. He has both the muscle and the brains to provide the creative and defensive support whenever necessary.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Lovely pass, but Batistuta! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Batistuta deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, that's beautifully weighted.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Scholes. Here's a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Scholes really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he cuts out the supply. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Cáceres. Madrid looking to pass their way through. And that's aimed into the middle. And that has been clubbed away. It's Scholes! Scholes! A princely strike! About as smooth as it gets. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Madrid have taken the lead.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. He's got away. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, it's come loose. To Nielsen. Back in once. Terrific header. They've done it! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Madrid heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. No, he's just misjudged that one. Puyol. Cáceres. Cole looking to penetrate opposition lines. Scholes.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. No mess. And there's the end of the first half. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Madrid ahead 2-0, and they are looking good.
Substitution in progress.
And we're off again. It's a searching pass. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Nice looking ball. Bullish header! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Played into space out wide. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
That was probably asking just too much.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
Corner number 2 then.
Substitutions taking place.
Casillas gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Knocks it into space. Madrid do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the...
Decent chance! It's a goal! Back to within 1! Interesting! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
Batistuta! And somehow it stayed out. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
It's run loose. Who's going? Oh, he's been... There's the shot! They've got to be quick to recover this.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Looking for the run. It's played through for him.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Now it's Mbappe. Now that's well seen too. Strong running down that left flank. He is just caressing the ball. Crossed into the middle. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
It scores! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Scholes actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Guardiola. And it's Scholes. And this is Batistuta. Batistuta! And that's caused a worry or two.
Batistuta just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity.
And we're done. Madrid have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Batistuta claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Smoking is only allowed in areas
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. The instantly recognisable Signal Iduna Park, one of Europe's most unforgettable stadia. So off we go then. Well, at 6'6", and with that sort of a physique, Jim, Daniel van Belten was only ever going to be a monstrous centre-half, wasn't he?
Yeah, and a very good one at that. The first Belgian, I believe, to become a European champion at club level.
Yes, he was. And to do that, you've got to be pretty handy. Some good work on the right flank here. And that little bit of skill has got him away. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Ronaldo producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. It's a pretty loose pass. Rui Costa. Makaleli. Rijkaard. Now it's Puskás. And he cuts out the supply. Caceres. Here's Scholes. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And it's Scholes. He's gone for goal! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
There's a certain aura about him today. Tremendous.
Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Cannavaro can get it clear. Just about within shooting range. Into the arms of the goalkeeper.
Well, at least he's not short on confidence. Trying from that sort of distance, why not?
He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Rui Costa. And the pass is intercepted. So it is still 0-0. Yamal. Rui Costa. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played. Well,
he's having a shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
I just don't know what was on his mind there.
Now he's got space here. Scholes. Yamal. Rodri. Alexander-Arnold. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Now it's Rui Costa. That's a great ball here. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. And he skips past his man. Yamal's cross. Bergomi. Now it's Puskas, and this is Ronaldo. He's had it taken off him. Adams. And we hit half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
And now, to all members of the
back on the first 45 minutes.
To ask you
Solid,
to join me in
very
wishing
solid,
our
actually,
birthday
Peter.
boy a
They haven't
very
made much of an
special
impression at the
birthday.
other end, but defensively, I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
Substitution
So
for
we are
Barcelona.
still where we were at the
Number
beginning.
20,
It is 0-0 at the break.
Ronaldo. Number 4.
There's the start of the second
Roberto
half.
Carlos. Number
So neither
13,
side has yet broken
Giuseppe
through.
Bergomi. Coming on the field.
He's
number
found a way
18,
through.
Batistuta.
Van Bouten
Number
getting this one
27,
clear. It's their
Selection.
second corner of the game.
Number 6, Belletti.
And he whips in across. Cleared away. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Puyol. Caceres. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Rijkaard. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. And it's been taken short. And he's managed to get rid. Madrid are looking to go forward now. That's an imaginative pass.
The attendance for this match was 62,000.
Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Batistuta is offering a right smile there.
Corner number 3 coming up. And now a sudden chance to counter. Not the most accurate pass. Adams. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That has not gone well. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Now it's Puskas. Now who's going to be first to this? Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Rui Costa. Makaleli. And here's Batistuta. Puskas.
Barcelona clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And that has put a halt to things. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Puskas. Now it's Messi. Rui Costa. Just eases him off the ball. And it's Messi. And this is Batistuta.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now. Well, he got rid because he was
There
under
will be
pressure.
1 minute added time.
And he's whipped it across. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And that was the final act of the game. A nearly game until the very end. And it finishes 0-0. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack. And the
now
outcome
I'd just like
inevitable.
to read out our fan club member.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
everybody,
kick off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So off we go then.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Shot a goal! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
And that is out of play. Well, Jim, Tony Adams, of course, is the absolute colossus in defence, isn't he?
Absolutely, and we all know about his defensive prowess and his leadership, but I think a lot of people overlook his versatility and his adaptability.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's the way he's developed a more expansive front-footed game over the years.
It's a mighty effort! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Nicely shaped ball. Dink through. And he welcomes it in. He is through. And a chance! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Scholes.
Such good technique.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Adams did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Mbappe. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! Oh, off the bar! And he's taking no chances there.
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And now they can clear their lines. And he's quick to snatch it back. Played out to the right. He's under a lot of pressure there. Scholes. Not the most accurate pass. Guardiola is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Now it's Mbappe. Raul. And he's got the beating of his man. Adams. And he's there to get it away. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Mbappe, over to the left. He won't be happy with that one. Knocks it into space. Now it's Yamal. Kante defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Guardiola. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Scholes. And it's Batistuta. He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Pinches it off him. It's gone out for a throw-in. Raul. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Scholes.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
And that's been won straight back. Oh, he's found support out wide. Triol attempts a clearance. Now it's Yamal. Tries to play it through. Adams. Denilson. Played out to the left flank, and he's intervened well there. Can he get on the end of this?
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Now that looks a decent ball, and he's managed to get free. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. Now, power or placement? 1-0, never any doubt. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Substitution on the field, number 10, Mbappe.
So, time for
Number
changes
14,
on both sides, actually.
Chetri.
So, the
Number
first
5,
goal of the game.
Nielsen.
Yeah, been awarded the
Number
penalty is one
22,
thing now, but finding the net
Raul.
under so much pressure at this stage of affairs is another. So, a big well done from me, certainly for
Number
keeping a cool
21,
head.
Erling Haaland.
Tries to pass it
Number
through.
20,
There's the shot!
Jisoo. Number 9,
Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done
Substitutions
great
taking
there,
place.
both reading it and dealing with it.
All hands on deck for this one. They've played it short. Madrid close now to seeing this one through to the end.
There will be 3
Oakland
minutes
Roots
added
really
time.
can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front.
Face to face with the keeper. That's pretty clear, it is a foul. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down. Well, no question, Jim, the referee has seen that as a professional foul.
Well, Peter, I don't think he even had time to blink. This is just a spontaneous...
He's gone for goal! Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target. Makalele. And we're done. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
This was all about tactics, Peter.
And
A
if you do
weakness
have a
in the
chance
central
today, please
areas,
take some
both in
time out to give your
defence and
support to our
midfield,
better stadium
which is
fund.
something we referred to before the game, and the manager was smart enough to make sure it was exploited.
And that's where we have to end it. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And we're underway. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, with this guy, Peter, Antonio Rudiger, you've got to think they'll be playing a high line. His athleticism and pace in recovery are both going to be critical. But I just feel he understands the art of defending better than most. No surprise, given his...
He's having a shot! And it's a goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Madrid are already chasing. He's having a go! Madrid with the corner, they're first. And he's managed to get rid. Great chance! It's a goal kick. Triol picks it up from the goal kick. Great vision. That's been cut out, well played. Aimed beyond the defence. It could be... Takes a shot! It's in! They're level in a trice!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And the shot! Oh, taken with style! And again they hit the front. Swift, incisive, deadly, all done in a matter of seconds.
Well, this is a well-rehearsed drill. As soon as possession is regained, the commitment to attack is lethal.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Oh, what a climb! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Oh, terrible mistake. Caught offside that time. And this is Van Basten. Van Basten. It's Van Basten! Oh, denied brilliantly.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Madrid are looking to go forward now. He's had it nicked away. Can he get on the end of this? He's in a good position here. That is a crunching tackle. Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. There's a sharp little ball here. Big chance, corner. So, third corner of the game. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Oh, super ball! Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Threads one in. Now it's Messi. And this is Van Basten. He's beaten the last man. Chance for a shot! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Added time.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
So the lead now. There's the whistle for half-time. And we're underway again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. Scholes! 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 That's brilliant! A finish right from the top draw! The second half sparked straight into life. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
We have got ourselves a game here.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Now that's well seen too. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
And here's Batistuta. Nicely spread. Nice interception, well timed.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Wilshere. Now that looks a decent ball. And he cuts out the supply. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Batistuta. Distributed tidily. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Danielson picks it up out wide, and he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Oh, nice one too, very nice.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Puyol does really well to win the ball there. Madrid can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
He won't be happy with that one. Guardiola gets across to intercept that. Now, that pass isn't the best. Just 5 minutes left.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
There will be one
Can they get him
minute
away?
added time.
Well read, and the danger is averted. And that's that. Madrid can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short against an opponent prepared to go toe-to-toe until the end.
Security staff for each...
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're up and running.
Peter, I think there's a good chance that opposition strikers today will have their work cut out with Vito Baia, simply because he's been a high achiever all through his career, and that winning mentality remains very, very strong.
Yeah, the judge keepers by absence of mistakes, and he makes very few.
I'd be happy playing with him behind me.
Big chance! Now, he's got space here. He's in plenty of space here. Suarez could try cutting inside here. Well, that has found him in acres of space. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Rodri. He's going to be disappointed with that. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Luis Suarez. Scholes. Shifted it to the flank. And that's a throw-in. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and...
Batistuta! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Adams with the clearance. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Luis Suarez. And he's lost, and the shot! Well, that is commitment to the cause. Cleared away. Mohamed Salah going face-to-face with his great rival. Hangs one in. Adams can get it clear. Now there's a fine ball. Now it's Yamal. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Kukçu. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. No goals as yet. Look at the space here. Adams. Scholes.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Nice bit of skill, and he's away. He's picked his way through. Salah. Salah plays... Oh, what a climb! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
And here's Suarez. And he was alert to it. Rodri. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. And he's on his way! Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He's in a great position. Decent shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Guardiola.
There will be 1
Rodri.
minute added time.
Alexander-Arnold. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here. 0-0 at the break. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Here's a shot! And this is Scholes.
Well, he got rigged because he was under pressure.
Oh, looks a smashing ball. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
No way through. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
He's had a shot! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Caceres. Danielson providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, sweet feet. Danielson delivers. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
It's their second corner of the game. And it's hoisted clear. Milan have the chance to go the other way. And he's picked out the run. He has found the way through. Shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Sticks it away. And finally, he has breathed life into the game. Raul duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Milan have taken the lead.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Substitutions taking place.
Madrid can now introduce the first of their substitutes. So a couple of front-footed alterations here, a pair of forwards entering the field.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
Bastoni. Just a quarter of an hour to play.
That's so good.
Oh no, this does not look good. Looking for options for movement. And this is Torres. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And it's Rodri. He's going for goal! They've done it! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining. Game still on. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
Now it's Mbappe. And he plays one through. Well, played right into his... And Torres!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Can he finish? And he hits the net. Dying minutes, and we're all square again. There was to be only one outcome.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over.
And a chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Kukchu plays it short. And the shot! So nearly the total turnaround. They simply ran out of time. It has ended all square. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner, of course, but the crowd largely satisfied.
Hello, attendees. This is a lost
Your reflections then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then.
Well, Wayne Rooney's role today will be crucial. We all know of his qualities as a goal scorer, but a lot's going to be expected from his creativity too. It's very rare for a striker to have such wonderful vision.
Yeah, he's a player whose performances always have an influence on the game one way or another.
Yeah, he's going to have to play the role of distributor.
Climbs up big! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
It's their second corner of the game. Terrific header! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Milan really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, they can break here. Mbappe! And he's in on goal. And this is Scholes. Quality ball. Vieira did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Adams. Looking for options for movement. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Oh, some tackle that. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle, stopped him dead in his tracks. Madrid yet to have an attempt on goal. White is always looking to play quality balls. Great run on the overlap here. Header! It's anyone's ball now. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Looking to play him in, and the through ball.
That's going in strongly.
Oh, it's taken out, that'll be a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. And it's Cáceres, played out wide. Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. Tries to pass it through. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. And it's hoisted clear. Adams, Cáceres, Mbappe is onto this.
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Now it's Yamal. Plays a sharp little ball here. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Rodri. Pass somewhat off target. Yeah, a true great in every sense of the word. De Ligt. Oh, can he get onto this? Now White. He's in plenty of space here. That pass just didn't quite work. Alexander-Arnold. That's a cute ball. Neatly clipped into space. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. And we are back on the way. So the first half brought no goals. Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Can he spark a counter here? Now, has he got the beating of his marker here? And it's Scholes. Lovely, now then.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn. That's a shame because it was such a good decision.
Ruben Dias goes long. Vieira. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. that should get the job done. Scholes. Guardiola powering forward here. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. It's a promising position. Yamal. Lovely bit of skill. Cross into the box. Milan applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course, the returns can be terrific. Gullit providing an outlet on that flank.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
Substitution for Milan, number 14, Darwin Núñez. Number 18, Rooney. Number 22, Hazard. Number 19.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
He's been side down. Is that a penalty? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area.
Min. Number 41, Rice. Number 15, substitution. Substitutions taking place.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range.
He could tee it up for someone else, but something tells me he'll have a go.
He's had a crack. He went for the corner. David Villa. Distributed tidily. And he's only too happy to take that back.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Cleared without complication.
Milan have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's away we go then.
Giuliano Belletti will undoubtedly have a very busy game here, Peter. He's good going in both directions and has a very impressive painting.
One of those who's become a cult hero for every club he's represented. Famously, of course, 3 years in Catalonia and 1 goal, the winner in a European final.
Yeah, well, who could forget that? But first and foremost, I see him as someone who always puts in an honest shift. He'll do everything his manager asks him to do and will rarely let you down.
Belletti has a look and plays it forward. Alexander-Arnold. Scholes. Madrid finding their passes. And here's Batistuta. Azar. Van Dijk. Couldn't squeeze it through. Rodri. And it's Scholes. Messi. To Nielsen. He has found the way through. That's going to go a long way. Taken back almost at once. Well, that has not gone well. Rijkaard. Now it's Azar. Now it's Batistuta. Azar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
And Puskás! Oh, that was no routine save.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Climbs up big! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Well, I think the defence deserves credit for the way they were quick to close him down.
Scholes short changes him with that pass. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Played out to the right. And it's Scholes. Spread neatly. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. Last-ditch defending, but that tries a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Lamine Yamal actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And that should get the job done. Scholes! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So, third corner of the game. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Ball is over the line. Caceres defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Batistuta, and this is Puskás. There's the shot! Goal!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset.
So smooth, a signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Barcelona penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Oh, he's just...
It's a mighty effort! There it is! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it.
There's the whistle for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far, so it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
Well, that's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And we are back underway. Triol. Danielson. Now it's Batistuta. Distributed tidily. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Messi. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That's a good ball out wide. Yamal going full tilt down the right-hand side. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Rijkaard cuts it out.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have... He's had a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Scholes.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Opts to play it back. Messi. And he's intervened well there. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Now it's Yamal. Played into the middle. Oh, smashing header! And he's there to belt it away. Triol promptly onto that, and that is that. It's a really well-measured ball. Yamal looking to go deep. He gets big! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Danielson has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 20.
What a number 4 coming up here.
Number 4, Pushkash. Number 7.
Up he goes! And he's found the net! And the comeback is complete! Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. And when the manager called on him, and a chance! Has another goal! Yes, it's there! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he...
And the shot! Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
And that's that. Madrid played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated.
Please be made aware that smoking is only permitted.